The first mistake is that feelings are the best way to know God. This mistake denies that God has revealed himself in a way that is knowable. Once when I was leading a group Bible study, two new Christians started chatting about what they thought God was like. The first woman said, "I feel that God is like this," and she continued with some thoughts that clearly contradicted Scripture. The second woman said, "I think the same thing." I explained that we don't look to our feelings to know what God is like, but rather to what God has revealed about himself in Scripture. The second woman nodded and said that made sense, but the first pressed her lips together in a way that made it plain that she disagreed. Indeed, she soon abandoned our Bible study, church, and Christianity. Believing this mistake, that feelings are the best way to know God, hurts faith because one's faith is not in the true God, but in an imaginary one. When we believe our feelings are the best way to know God, in our minds we create a God in our own image. When we think, this is what I think is best, therefore this is what God thinks is best, we've created a God in our own image. Let's look at two scriptures in which God responds to people who think God is like what they imagine him to be. The first is Psalm 50:21. It reads, "When you did these things, theft, adultery, deceit, slander, and I kept silent, you thought I was exactly like you. But I now arraign you and set my accusations before you." Here God tells people that when they thought he was just like them, they were just plain wrong. Actually, it doesn't make a lot of sense to think that God is like whatever people think he should be. After all, people think contradictory things about God, and they can't all be right. The second scripture is Isaiah 55:7-9. "Let the wicked forsake their ways, and the unrighteous their thoughts. Let them turn to the Lord, and he will have mercy on them, and to our God, for he will freely pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts."